Hello and welcome to Maggie's Fun Time. This is Magzie, and we are back here on Hypixel Skyblock forums. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this, guys. I had a bunch of stuff planned today, and then yesterday, when I was supposed to record, I had to work all day long. I did not get anything recorded, so this is recorded the day of, and they released a patch. That I found about it yesterday. So we're going over patch notes today, and I am going to grind out probably some crop farming crop stuff today, and I do have to get 4 videos also recorded for tomorrow from today. So I got a lot of stuff I need to do today. Let's get into this. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button, subscribe to the channel. This is patch 24.1. Hello. Today we are releasing Hypixel Skyblock 0.24.1, which features the swappable pet items and miscellaneous changes and tons of bug fixes. Keep reading for all the details. Now, people has been saying that this wasn't a heavy release. It was just like the swappable items thing, which is kind of easy for them to like put into the game, and then like a bunch of bug fixes, which kind of seems kind of weird. It kind of seems like this update was for something else and it got taken out. That's what it feels like. There was something else that they were going to do in this update, and at the last minute it had to be taken out. But the bug fixes that they did in this one had to come through. So I don't know if that's true, but that's what kind of what it feels like. So I'm cleaning my glasses, guys. Give me a second. Let's see here. Swappable pet items. Replace with the Crockett thing. Now, um, it does cost money to do this. The cost is right here. I'm not going to read the cost, but you can read it right there. And divine items. I didn't even define was a oh, it's future proofing. Okay, I see what you say. I see what they're doing here. There's not such things as divine items, but in the future there probably will be. Um, you are now able to swap pet items on your pet without deleting their current equipped pet item. The cost of the swapping process depends on the rarity of the item being replaced. And so there's also an item you can buy that just takes the item off your pet. Now, I don't understand that. I'm guessing if maybe you buy a pet and you want the item off of him, you can buy the the item and take the item off of him that way, and then resell both of them. Maybe you make more money off of it. That's the only thing I can think of. Like in reality, you're just going to switch the items, right? Just keep an item on that you can just switch it, right? I don't know. Anyway, that's my line of thinking on this one. But it does increase the price. It basically doubles each time, so it does get pretty high up there at the end. But yeah. Miscellaneous changes. Garden changes. Change the rose water flask to cap at 4 stages of growth stages and only work on the greenhouse plot the player is standing in. Added decay time info to the diagnostic tool. Added information on how long crops will stay watered for in the diagnostic tool. That is a wonderful change. That is a wonderful change. This is kind of guesswork. Like they kind of expected you just to like to hang out on the server like all 24/7 and or come back every hour or two and check it. Added message for the diagnostic tool menu to show if a crop has enough water. That's also a good change. Oh, I see. Has enough water to fully grow, so you don't overwater it. So it may, I mean, you may only need to water it to like 3 or 4 bars to get it to go fully, to fully grow. And I'm guessing it doesn't use water after it fully grows. I don't know about that. Improved time displays on the diagnostic tool menu. Added item amount to the message given when dropping rare items from pest. Thank goodness. What was happening was it would say super rare, and it would say enchanted melon blocks, right? And it would just show enchanted melon block, and then you had to like guess how many you got from from the pest. You just didn't know. It could have been one. It could have been 20. You know. um, this kind of seems like quality of life changes, not really bug fixes. Where did we stop at? Oh, added a message to the plot limit upgrade icon, clarifying the new plots come with the slots already unlocked. What? I have no idea what they're talking about here. It has to be something to do with the greenhouse. Maybe they just forgot to put that message in there. Yeah, I don't know. Added sunflower oil and bachelor rose to the bazaar. That's a great change. I don't know why that wasn't in there. Added lore to the voter's badge accessory to show progress towards the next tier. What is the voter's badge? We're learning together, guys. Voter's badge. You'll have to ignore all these ads, guys. Sorry about that. Voter's badge is a common accessory obtaining while a mayoral candidate is elected as mayor. They have a chance to appear as a garden visitor. Okay. The voter's badge will be rewarded to the player after accepting an offer from the unique mayor. If lost, the voter's badge can be repurchased from Rusty, of course. The voter's badge grants +3 votes. Okay, cannot be recombinated. The badge is on a per player basis, meaning a player accepting the mayoral visitor will not count towards the co-op member's progress. Okay. It doesn't say anything about upgrading it though. Yeah. Okay. Um. Okay. I mean, that's good. I'm guessing. I don't know how. I don't know how that works. It didn't even say how it worked, right? Plumber Joe now sells the super scrubber for 25. This was the item mistake, but it's called a super scrubber. It's 25,000, and it allows you to just take the item off the pet. So, the item allows you to retrieve the pet item from the pet without applying another one in its place. You still have to pay the corresponding swapping cost. So this is an extra cost. You just buy this and you can just swap the pet item. Which is what I was telling you. Why wouldn't you just pick a common item and just put that one on there to get the item off? It's the same cost, right? And just have let's just keep like a common item there, and then you can just switch them out whenever you want with that common item, and then you can just put another one back, put whatever you want to on it later if you want to switch it out. If you're wanting just the item off, is what I'm saying. Say you want your turtle shell, your dwarven tortoise shellment on another one of your pets, right? You just want that item off of there. You just put a common one on there, like a XP boost one. Just keep that one around. Just pop it in there. All right. I have tons of them XP boost items I can just use for that purpose. So I don't know about that one. I don't think that one's needed. You still have to pay the corresponding cost. We read that one. Adjusted the rarity of several pet items. So, increased rarity for all skill XP boosters from common to uncommon. Increased rarity of the Quick Claw from epic to legendary. Increased rarity of brown bandana from rare to epic. Decreased rarity of washed up souvenir from legendary to epic. Increased rarity of dwarven shellment from rare to epic. Adjusted the rarity of all mythic upgrading pet items like scuttle shell to mythic. Updated the description of all pet items. You can no longer recombinate pet items. Okay. This one seems like some of these items got boosted, so the cost would be more for taking it off. Because I don't understand why you would change the rarity of these items. Does it change the strength of them? I don't think so. It might. I don't know. Updated description of all pet items. You can no longer recombinate pet items. I already read that one. General changes. Added a tool level requirement to the overclocker 3000. Really? Why? People were using it to level up their tools. So I'm guessing it's going to have to be 40 to use the overclocker, or 50, right? 40. 40, right. Yeah, it's 40. Because it goes 40, 50, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Added shapeless crafting recipe for enchanted cookies. Added sparrow and seagull shard recipes to the recipe book in quick crafting. Added support for Bayou in the boss spawn pet rule. Added wet books to the hex. All 10 hot potato books now must be applied before applying any fuming potato books. I thought that was already the case. Why wouldn't you do that? But okay. Changed pet luck description to be more clear. Expanded the oasis zone in the farming islands to include other pools of water. Gave royal residents better names to avoid confusion. Okay. Increased the jungle pickaxe heart of the mountain requirement from 3 to 4. Why? It probably be okay. Let's use our brain here. You have to be level 4 in order to go into the Crystal Hollows, so being able to use the jungle pickaxe before you can actually go get the jungle pickaxe is counterproductive. Pest now have stamina bars when lassoing since kill credit is granted. Now have 2 stamina bars when lassoing since kill credit is granted. Okay. Removed mushroom desert travel pet rule. Okay. Stereo pants music discs no longer count as treasure catch and now give custom message when fished up instead. Gemstone Gauntlet's kinetic ability now only has 1 second cooldown instead of 2. Okay. UI changes. Improve the Flaming Fist description to be more clear about how it deals damage. Remove the unknown map label under the icon for the Skyblock guide. Updated some die sources in Vincent's menu with the mob types. Okay. Bug fixes, item fixes. Fix the adapted blade lore mentioned an outdated enchantment's name. Fixed being able to open power scrolls like books and write in them. I can see how that'd be a problem. Oh, fix the builder's wand being able to place blocks over minions. Fixed enchanted shears not working while offline. Wow, that would work. I'm confused. You can't be on Hypixel Skyblock offline. You guys want to let me know on that one. Fixed experience artifact not giving extra experience from XP orbs. Fixed gauntlet of contagion, giving more drops than intended when killing multiple of certain mobs at a certain time. Fix the Jerry helmet being craftable outside the honk in the Seeker Adventure event. Fixed Sorrow armor giving permanent invisibility in some cases. Hold on, guys. My eyes went weird there. Fixed Tarantula Silk showing it needs Spider Slayer 2 instead of 7. When did they move it to 7? Fixed Vampire Mask damaging heavy pearls and Fossil and pigs in the Monarch lair. Fixed items such as the Soul Esward and apples being deleted when dropped. Okay. Combat fixes. Fixed Tarantula Bloodfather having infinite health regen. Thank God. Fixed the auto armor and auto null mobs, sometimes spawning impossible blocks past the barrier wall. Fixed auto armor mobs failing to find any suitable location for their blocks when standing in certain spots. Fixed being able to stack ferocity by attacking other players using the Fatal Tempo enchantment. Fixed bonuses that increase Vanquisher spawn chance, sometimes reducing the chance to spawn. I could see how that would also be a problem. Ooh. Fixed cocoons spawning Slayer bosses on the player. Fixed Empyrean Harpy intelligence debuff not resetting after dying. Wow, that would work. That would be bad too. Fixed ferocity procs damaging shellwise. Fixed fishing rod unable to damage spooky mobs. Fixed knockback resistance not being properly removed in some cases, such as when unequipping the slime hat. Okay, so for this one, people were putting the slime hat on, taking the slime hat off, switching it, to another hat and then keeping the knockback resistance and then getting the benefit of the knockback resistance from the slime hat without having to wear the slime hat, that kind of thing. Yeah. They'll find another way to do it. Fix the Headless Horseman despawning when the Spooky Festival ends. Fix the Lifeline attribute dealing more damage than intended. Fix the Siamese links not always counting kills for beastery. Fix the Water Hydra and Revenant Slayer despawning when in water in the Galatia area. Farming fixes. Okay, let's see what this one is. Fixed sunflower and wild rose planted in the barn plots not growing and popping off as melon stems. I haven't had that problem. So fixed Jake's plushie saying invalid reward item in chat when trying to open the claim menu from chat. Okay. Fixed pig pet being able to trample wild rose, sunflowers, and moonflowers. And also the pig pet being able to trample any crop sometimes. Being unable to trample any crop sometimes. Okay, I see. Unable to trample crops. Okay, why would you want your pig pet to trample crops? I don't understand that one. Fixed walk speed cap being lower than expected for the sun with the sundial and rancher boots when interacting with cactus knife and young dragon armor. Fixed being able to give the bachelor's rose to fixed being unable to give the bachelor's rose to the current mayor. Other mayor candidates will now say they are not eligible for the rose. Fix the wart tea drop rate being lower than expected. Fix sunflower and wild roses not dropping rare finder chips. That explains a lot, actually. Fix visitors giving low amounts of farming XP for wild rose, sunflower, and moonflower. Fixed voter badge counting all mayors serving instead of unique mayors serving. Fixed being able to break sunflowers and rose bushes with weapons. Fixed being able to paste cocoa bean plots for free. Okay. What that means, guys, is like it doesn't actually take cocoa beans. It just plants the cocoa beans for free. Like it doesn't take from your inventory. So it was just you choose cocoa beans and it would just plant them. Fix being able to break the bottom half of custom crops with replenish. Unable. Fixing being unable to break the bottom half of custom crops with replenish. Okay. Had to grasp my head around that one. Fix being unable to use the moonflower and other moonflower variants at the composter in the garden. Okay, I've never did that. I don't know why you would do that, but okay. Fix certain crops. So to be clear, guys, moonflowers are used to make enchanted moonflowers, which are used for the crop fever books, and those have been selling for really good price. Like it's a good way to make money. You can make like 35-40 million per level 5 book that you sell. So you just convert them over to books and then you sell them in the bazaar to make 30 million a pop. You don't stick them in the composter. I'm just saying. Anyway, fix certain crop hose unlocking at the wrong garden levels. Okay. Fixed custom crops not being loaded properly along plot borders. Fixed delicate enchantments not working on custom crops. Fixed enchanted mushroom blocks counting for less mushrooms than it's supposed to for garden plots pasting. Fixed some paths not giving shards. Fixed sunflower minions not being categorized as farming type. I did not know that, so hopefully that my minion will be right now. Fixed visual showing up as a garden visitor when the Great Spook is not active. Okay. Virgo. I don't know if I know him. I don't think I've ever gotten him as garden visitor anyway. Fishing! Fixed worm bait sending unusable message for every slot it's in. Foraging and hunting fixes. Fix the azure fish having a combat category instead of water. Fixed black hole and lasso not granting loot and bestiary credit for uncertain cases. Fixed black hole spawning slayer bosses on players. Fixed chopping logs with sweep 1 not giving XP or drops. I see how that would be a bad thing. Fixed hunting recipes not being shown in the recipe book. Fixed fighting boosters not giving a higher damage boost than intended. Fixed forest training perk not being applied outside the foraging islands instead of only on them. Oh, being able to. Oh, okay. Fix the forest training perk only being able to apply foraging outside the foraging island instead of only on them. Fixed shell-wise giving less shards than to loot sharers. Fixed being able to craft lush luke bonbons. Recipe changed. Okay. I wonder what the recipe was. I mean, I've looked at it before, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. Mining fixes. Fixed an issue with Fillet of Fortune resetting when switching servers. Fixed diamond goblins not counting towards kill goblin commissions. Fixed crystal splendidity attribute not working in the crystal hollows lockpicking chest. Fixed the better together event sometimes reducing the mining speed. Fixed titanium equipment. That's so funny. And like you got to be thinking to yourself, why am I going so slow now? Fixed titanium equipment having the incorrect item ID while in the forge menu. Fixed top cobblestone slabs being unbreakable in the glaciite mine shafts. Fixed enchanted coal block NPC selling price being inaccurate. Pet fixes. Fix the snail pet's speed reduction wouldn't work correctly in the spider den. Really? I did not know that. Who's using the snail pet in the spider den? Maybe they're using the snail. Okay, maybe they're using the snail pet for gravel. That would make sense. And then I'm guessing the speed reduction wouldn't work, so they were still getting full speed while mining gravel. Not for me. Family Peeps. Family. Miscellaneous fixes. Fix the fix/call not supporting call recipients' names with multiple words. Fixed an issue with the click to claim chat message for mob types. Fixed attribute shards in bestiary saying shard twice. Fix being able to feed the Sylvan Pet Master. Okay. Fix being able to use the Overlord enchantment, Overload enchantment without unlocking it first. Fixed being able to add more than 10 hot potato books to the Shimmering Sparkle chest plate if you close the hex menu before maxing out. Fixed being able to craft Epic Griffin upgrade stone recipe change. Oh, unable to craft it. Okay, there's lots of those in the game now. I'm guessing because there's lots of those fixes for uncraftable items. Fixed being unable to reset do not disturb status for some NPC contacts. Fixed candy from the primal fears during the Great Spook not being put into your trick-or-treat bags. Thank God. Fixed Caroline's menu saying it gives farming fortune instead of crop farming fortune. Fixed consuming travel scrolls not showing Skyblock XP gain. Fixed David's cloak costing a different amount of coins to reforge than the blacksmith and the hex. Fixed duplicate rabbits from the Hoppity Easter egg incorrectly displaying 0 chocolate. I can see how that would piss people off also. At least it was incorrectly displaying that. You were actually getting the chocolate, right? It's not like it was like some of the other ones up the list there that was not giving you the proper amounts. It was saying it was and it wasn't. Fixed enchanted books, shards, and pet recipes only showing one recipe even if you can craft multiple different types with the items in your inventory. Fixed enchantment guide displaying unobtainable level 3, level 4 versions of Counter-Strike enchantment. Fixed enchantment guide displaying experiments as a source for venomous enchantment. Fixed the enchantment guide showing Smite level 8. Fixed enchantment guide showing Smite upgradable by Endstone Idol replaced with Severed Hand. Fixed haste given from the elixir during bingo being removed when swapping servers. Thank God. It was so annoying having to reapply that, especially if you had just done it and you switched servers. Sometimes it would not let you reapply it. Fixed item value. Sorry, guys. Fixed item value in /show incorrectly displaying gemstones. Fixed some minions with enchanted hoppers that were still using the old sell price. Okay. Fixed some overlapping zone boundaries for the void sculpture and zealot bruiser hideout. Fix the cow minion tier 12 recipe requiring extra leather to upgrade. Fixed the lore on shovels saying they could be reforged when they can't. Yes, that was super annoying. Fix the maximum teleport height for wither impact in the hub. Fix the hex incorrectly showing the master stars can be applied to certain items. Fixed trivia quiz puzzle not showing the username of the player that failed it. Fix the dark auction servers sometimes allowing players in the server do not accept error. Okay. Typo corner. Fix the formatting inconsistency for flipping items in the bazaar. Fix typo in Rusty Spoon's tetanus message. Hot fixes. Fixed replenish causing adjacent wild rose to break. fixed mayor giving voter badges when a player has served as mayor in the past. Okay. Okay. So that's it, guys, for the patch notes. It's just like a bunch of stuff, and this is what I'm saying. It's just a bunch of stuff that they needed to do, and I'm guessing there was another thing that they were adding into this because that's the only thing that makes sense to me. And something happened during the processing, and they end up having to take that out, but they had to put all these fixes in. Yeah, that would be my guess. Anyway, if you like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. It really helps out the channel with YouTube views, YouTube searches, YouTube algorithm movement for the channel. If you subscribe to my channel and you want to get notifications when I have new videos out, all you got to do is go to my page, hit the subscribe button, set your settings. You can come check out the videos. If you do like this episode and you want to share it with your friends, tell them what you like. There's a share tab down below. There's links there, social media site. There's a link there for you to copy and post on YouTube community page. Any tips, tricks, or comments, put it in the comments down below. I'll see you guys later.